The photographic history of RMS Olympic, Titanic sister.
RMS Olympic was the largest ocean liner in the world for two periods during 1910–13, interrupted only by the brief tenure of the slightly larger Titanic, which had the same dimensions but higher gross register tonnage, before the German SS Imperator went into service in June 1913. Olympic also held the title of the largest British-built liner until RMS Queen Mary was launched in 1934, interrupted only by the short careers of Titanic and Britannic. The Olympic, the world's newest, largest, and most luxurious ocean liner, made her maiden voyage on June 14, 1911. Aboard was J. Bruce Ismay, chairman of the White Star Line and son of the line's founder. On October 9, 1912, White Star withdrew Olympic from service and returned her to her builders at Belfast to have modifications added to incorporate lessons learned from the Titanic disaster 6 months prior, and improve safety. The number of lifeboats carried by Olympic was increased from 20 to 68, and extra davits were installed along the boat deck to accommodate them. An inner watertight skin was also constructed in the boiler and engine rooms, which created a double hull. On August 4, 1914, Britain entered the First World War. Olympic initially remained in commercial service under Captain Herbert James Haddock. As a wartime measure, Olympic was painted in a grey color scheme, portholes were blocked, and lights on deck were turned off to make the ship less visible. The schedule was hastily altered to terminate at Liverpool rather than Southampton, and this was later altered again to Glasgow. On October 11, 1935, Olympic left Southampton for the last time and arrived in Jarrow 2 days later. The scrapping began after the ship's fittings were auctioned off. Between 1935 and 1937, Olympic's superstructure was demolished, and then on September 19, 1937, her hull was towed to thus W. Ward's yard at Inverkeithing for final demolition, which was finished by late 1937. At that time, the ship's chief engineer commented, "I could understand the necessity if the old lady had lost her efficiency, but the engines are as sound as they ever were." By the time of her retirement, Olympic had completed 257 round trips across the Atlantic, transporting 430,000 passengers on her commercial voyages, traveling 1.8 million miles.
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel.